In this video, I'm going to solve your leash pulling problems, and I'm going to break down the training routine into 3 simple steps. I will also share with you 3 rules that if you reinforce with your dog, you will get the nice calm walk that everyone desires. So stay tuned and let's begin. No dog is that cute if they're biting.
No, I totally agree.
First, you go out to walk. You're going to have your dog sit down. Good. When your dog sits down, you start with your release command. Make sure your release command is consistent every single time. So if you're using okay, if you're using free, if you're using break, make sure you're consistent with what your release command is going to be. So you release the dog, and stop, make the dog go back to a sit. Then release the dog, then stop, make the dog go back to a sit. Once you have that step cleared, now you're going to start walking and waiting for your dog to run past you or walk past you. When the dog does that, you simply change directions, going the opposite direction from wherever the dog is going. So, like I said, whenever I stop, the dog has to sit down. What is Ellie doing right now? Ellie is standing, so I'm going to say, sit. Good. Okay? So now I have a release command, and my release command is okay. As soon as I say okay, you're allowed to break. If I don't say okay, you're not allowed to break. Make sure you pop the leash at the end. Make sure your dog understands that this is going to keep happening. The only reason they will understand that is because you're going to keep popping the leash and changing directions every single time. Whenever I get her eye contact, I'm going to release her with my release command. Okay? We start moving. Change directions. Change directions. Every time she goes past me, immediately change directions. And that's all I'm doing, changing directions. What am I doing? Changing directions. That's right. Change directions. Change directions. And then I'm going to come to a stop. And when I stop, sit. Good. I'm not going to reward her yet. Remember, you're not going for a lengthy walk around the neighborhood. You're doing everything in a concentrated area. All right? So when you've gotten used to that, you're going to start turning. So now you're turning left, then you're turning right, then you're turning left. We're still changing directions, but this time we're going to turn left into the dog. So some people will turn right and right and right, and they forget to turn left. So the dog doesn't have an understanding of what they're supposed to do when the dog is on that side. So if your dog is on the right side, you're going to be turning right into your dog. In this case, Ellie's on my left side. So what I'm going to do is get the eye contact. Good. Okay? And then I'm just going to whip my leg into her space as I change directions. Hold the leash back, whip my leg into her space. Hold the leash back, whip my leg into her space. What this is going to do is it's going to create an urgency. The dog is going to start looking to you because they don't know when you're going to change directions and which direction you're going to go. And they need to start watching out for you so that they can change without running into your knee. So hold the leash back, whip the leg. Hold the leash back, whip the leg. Hold the leash back, whip the leg. And we're just going to keep doing this over and over again. Hold the leash back, whip the leg. And what you'll notice is that Ellie is going to start anticipating this turn and moving out of the way. Hold the leash back, whip the leg. Hold the leash back, whip the leg. And then we're going to come back to step 1, which is when I stop, you sit. So I stopped, she's not sitting yet. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of leash pressure. Sit. When she does sit, the pressure goes away. I can mark it good. I don't usually like to reward if I have to correct the dog, but in the beginning stages when I'm still teaching the dog, it's okay to reward every few goods. So when I say good and I get the eye contact, good, reward. Eye contact, good. So I should also preface this by saying that it is important that your dog wants what you have. So if your dog doesn't want your food, it's not going to be as easy to teach. So again, eye contact, good, okay? Hold the leash back, whip. Hold the leash back, whip. And now we're gonna turn right again. So we're gonna start mixing it up. And another thing I need to mention is that we're doing these on straight lines. So when I'm turning, I'm just turning on the same line. Imagine there's a line on the ground and we're just turning right on that line. When I make a right turn, a U-turn, this way, right on the line. If I'm going to make a sharp left turn, I'm just going to turn left. Sharp left turn, turn left. And then we come right back to a stop and sit. When I stop, she sits. Has she gotten it yet? Good. So I didn't have to use the leash pressure that time. And she's sitting on her own, so that's good. Okay. Good girl. So we're gonna start going just a tiny bit farther now. Hold the leash back, change directions. Hold the leash back, change directions. And then change directions this way. And remember, we're adding a pop every time she gets to the end of the leash. So it creates an urgency for her to want to turn to avoid that pop. Again, when I stop, she sits. Good. Mark and reward. So you're going to turn right if your dog is on the left side. Turn right for a while, then stop, sit, eye contact, good, reward, and then turn left for a while. It's your dog's duty to look out for your leg and adjust themselves. You don't have to adjust yourself to walk around your dog. Your dog needs to stop and turn when you turn. That's what's going to initiate the desire to start looking up at you, because they don't know when you're going to turn into them. All right, so when they start getting the eye contact, you can mark the eye contact and you can reward for the eye contact. Good girl. Change directions. Good. She's doing pretty well. The walk is looking pretty good. When I stop, she sits. Good. Just to remind you, young dogs have the attention span of a fish. So your training sessions need to last no more than 10 minutes. 5 minutes to 10 minutes today in the morning, come back in the afternoon or in the evening, I should say, depending on where you live. Then tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, by the third day, your walk should start looking like this, okay? And what you're gonna notice is that when I change directions, she's gonna change directions, but she will stay on the side that has been the most rewarding thus far. This way. Good girl. She's catching up to me. Good. Reward. I'm gonna turn left this time. Whoa, excellent puppy. Good. Turn left again. Good girl. You see how she stops, waits for me to complete the turn? Let's do it again. So I turn, see how she stops and turns with me? Good. And then again when I stop, automatic sit. Good. Mark and reward. All right, now you go try. Your walk with your dog is only going to be as good as you are consistent, so try to be as consistent as possible. Memorize your rules before you go for a walk, and I'll see you in another video.
No. See? No.